If you've been stuck in survival mode for years, unable to access your feminine softness because of past trauma, this video will show you the next steps to reclaim your femininity without feeling too vulnerable or unsafe. I've helped hundreds of women make this transformation, and today I'm sharing the framework that works every time. I'm Dr. Nicole, so let's get started. Survival mode isn't just a state of mind, it's an actual physical response that keeps you in constant fight or flight. Here are some signs that you are in survival mode. You're always taking charge and struggling to receive help. You're feeling uncomfortable with rest or just doing nothing. You're constantly planning for worst case scenarios, aka catastrophizing. Physical tension in your body is just always there, especially in your shoulders and jaw. And you have difficulty trusting others with tasks or even your emotions. This isn't your fault. Let's be clear about this. Your body developed these responses to keep you safe in times of danger, trauma, or where you weren't safe. And in our lives, trauma creates a disconnect between your authentic feminine energy and your daily experience. Your body associates softness with danger or being unsafe and vulnerable. Many women describe feeling like they're performing and doing all the time rather just being able to be. And that masculine protective energy that helped you to survive ends up becoming your default. For example, you're always fighting to take out the trash, handle everything yourself, never ask for help. This becomes your norm. Now, I'm going to tell you 3 pillars of feminine reclamation, how to get back to and reclaim your femininity. Pillar 1 is physical reconnection. Do you know that your body holds trauma and remembers survival patterns? So it's not all in your head, it's really felt and experienced in your body. So you have to start with some simple practices. One is deep breathing exercises that activate the parasympathetic nervous system. This is the calming part of our system that becomes automatic when we use tools to help bring us back to balance. Also, gentle movement like stretching or dancing alone in your room help to reconnect you. Sensory experiences like soft fabrics, warm baths, and pleasant scents can do wonders for that reconnection. These physical practices signal safety to your nervous system, and your relationship to your body begins to change. The second pillar is emotional permission. You have to learn to give yourself permission to feel without judgment. You start by identifying emotions beyond anger and numbness. These tend to be the 2 main emotions when we're in survival mode. When you learn to practice expressing your needs in safe relationships, you can increase little by little, and it can start really small. You can journal. Here's one journaling prompt from my journal, the Damsel Me Please journal, that is, if I felt completely safe, I would ask for. This is a way to start giving yourself emotional permission. Remember, vulnerability with boundaries is a strength and not a weakness. So as you start to work up and build up to that, you're actually making yourself stronger, not weaker. And the third pillar is incremental surrender. This is small, safe experiments with falling back and allowing yourself to just be more feminine. You start with low stakes situations where you can practice receiving. Can you receive a compliment? Can you receive a little bit of help, right? Little by little. For example, if you let someone else drive, you're not in control. If you accept a compliment without deflecting, you are totally in the mode of receiving. You can actually create a surrender inventory of situations that you can practice this, and you can list them from least threatening and least risky to more risky and what might feel a little scary to you. Track how your body feels when you allow others to support you. Now, let's talk about some common obstacles and how to overcome them, or what are the solutions to those obstacles. One is the fear of being taken advantage of. One solution is to have boundaries and discernment. That is part of feminine wisdom and peak feminine energy. You're not just indiscriminate with who you give your energy, your time, and yourself to. So you have to have boundaries and be discerning with who you connect with. You can be soft and have strong boundaries. Actually, the most feminine, softest women I know have the healthiest boundaries. Another obstacle is not knowing what femininity means to you. One solution is to just explore different expressions without pressure. Get out of the mode of performing. Remember, you are your unique, beautiful self, and there's no one right way to be you. Another obstacle is feeling like you're betraying your strength. I see this a lot. Women feel like the softer they are turning their back on the version of themselves that got them through, that helped them to survive. One solution is to reframe softness as expanding your range. It's not turning your back, but you're expanding the possibilities of who you could be, not replacing your strength. Remember, you're adding tools, not taking them away, so you're becoming fuller and richer as a woman. It's important to create your feminine recovery plan. So, one is to identify one area to start with, whether it's physical, emotional, or surrender of the three pillars. Then you can choose the practice that feels most accessible right now. This is a case where you want to really choose the lowest hanging fruit. What can you do now? Commit to 5 minutes daily for 2 weeks. Consistency is key. It's just not one day. You do the same thing over and over, and you get better at it. Notice and celebrate the small shifts in how you feel. They will be there if you just pause and take notice of them. And remember, progress isn't linear. There's some days that are going to be easier than others, and other days are going to feel more challenging. That is just normal and part of the process. If you're resonating with this content so far, hit the like button and comment with one area you struggle with the most. In the next section, I'll share the exact daily practice that I've used to help women transition from constant survival mode to embracing their feminine energy, even if they've experienced years of trauma. So let's talk about the daily feminine reset practice. In the morning, you should take 2 minutes to do a body scan to release tension. You wake up, and before you get going, you just do a mental, present focus scan of your body from head to toe. It works wonders to help you be aware of and then let go of tension that you're holding in your body. In the afternoon, you want to take some time to pause and ask, what would feel nourishing right now? Is that something to drink? Is that something warm? Is it a fabric? Is it rest? Is it a conversation? Is it a self reflection for yourself? In the evening, you want to engage in reflection on moments you allowed support or softness throughout the day. So you're checking in and you're able to recognize and celebrate the ways that you shifted so that you could allow yourself to be supported. This simple practice creates new neural pathways in your brain that make femininity feel safe. You're checking in with your body in the morning. You're trying to see what you need to nourish yourself in the afternoon. And you're reflecting in the evening on ways that you were able to be softer. These simple practices just take a few minutes throughout the day, and they have helped so many of my clients. For example, one coaching client, I'll call her Maria, she was former military and she had a really tough upbringing in foster care and different situations that were not the best for her and didn't allow her to be soft. After working together, she has totally transformed her relationship to her femininity. She is now embracing her softness while also maintaining the inner strength and resilience that got her through. I can tell you my own personal journey through burnout, where I had to learn it's okay to let go and let others step up and do for me. And that losing control wouldn't mean that things would fall apart. It would just mean that other people had to step up and help. The key insight that you really need to hold on to is that your feminine energy was never lost, it was just protected. And now you're giving it space to be. If you're ready to go deeper with reclaiming your femininity after trauma, I have created a free 7-day feminine reset guide that you can download using the link below. And if this video helped you, click on the screen now to watch my video about setting boundaries that protect your feminine energy without pushing people away. Remember, your journey back to softness is an act of courage, not weakness. You were made for this. I'm Dr. Nicole, and I'll see you in the next video.